Right, okay, so tonight I'm going to do a quick video. I was going to do a quick video on my other channel, but I thought I'll do it on this channel. It has a very long night. Or to get a Arduino clone, actually. Went all over the show. I've got it, but I didn't bring it here. It's downstairs. But anyway, I thought we'll do something a bit different. So we haven't done a educational kit set for a while. So I'm going to do one of these ones. They're all kind of like similar. I've seen many similar things to this before, but this one actually kind of interests me. It's not a very complicated thing, but there's something to talk about. How do you open the box? You open it that way. Alright, so we open this. What are we actually making? It's making an electronic sound sensor. I thought this would be interesting because we can try and make one at a later date with non-components that are in here. This thing has a very interesting component. I think let's just open this up. What have we got inside? We have got some bubble wrap. Here we go. Very satisfying. And I just threw it on the floor. So there's a whole bunch of pieces here, and then there's this thing here, which is a microcontroller according to the instructions. So that's what that looks like. What does it actually say? Where did I put that little? Here we go. So I worked out how to use this thing. I find it kind of interesting, so we will build it and then come back and talk about it in a second. But I'm going to try and read this. I can't do it that way. I need the lights. So this thing works a lot better if you put it up to your eyes, so you can't see me doing it. But it says East City Light or something. So I think they've branded it something. I thought they just have a big blob like they usually do on these kind of things. But we're going to come back to this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it very well, what the trick is with it. But it is kind of interesting. So here's the battery box thing and the base. I don't even know if we really need the instructions, but we're just going to find a picture of it. Because it's pretty obvious once you get the whole thing going. But we'll try and do it according to the instructions. So this thing here doesn't look exactly the same as the picture. So, alright, okay. We can do this. So I'm going to turn this around so it's facing the way that I can see it. And then that goes there. It will be kind of fascinating. I do have a pile of AA batteries on the floor, so don't worry. Not on the floor, they're in a little box on the floor. Yes, that's right. My room is full of AA batteries all over the floor. And there's this thing here, which is not the same as on the box. On the box, it's kind of white. So that's because it's kind of like computer graphics on the box, which is a bit strange. I wonder if they thought about this at the time. Like, they were like, should I put this through the middle? I guess no, I don't know if I should. I think I should. Well, I can't put it over the top, can I? Okay, it does go. I think it goes like this. No. Oh. They're not as fiddly as they look. Well, that goes in really well, actually. Look at that. And it's locked into place. So those two go there. You can see it's written on there. It's got VCC and VSS. So that's going to be the wrong wire, Matthew. It's got to be the other one. The black one's going to go to VSS. And then the red one's going to go to... So this is quite easy to put together. So that's why I'm doing it, because I want to go to sleep. And then the next step is, so we've got to put one through here, and another one through here. And then they've got this bit here, which is a little speaker. Not a speaker, it's a little speaker. It's a little microphone. Those little, what are they? Electric. I can't remember how to say it, actually. It will tell me here, I'm sure, the sound sensor. It just calls it a sound sensor. That's not very helpful. These things here, I'm not entirely sure if they're really useful, because I've made criticisms of this before, and that it doesn't really teach you anything about how electronics works. So this thing here seems to be hanging off the side in a way that it... Oh, okay, it goes in... Okay, here we go. I've got it. So that goes there. And then that goes there. It doesn't really teach you how any of this works. And this thing is the worst, of course, because all of the work is entirely done by the little chip on here. There's actually not a lot of components on this board. It looks like it is from here, from where you are, but if I bring it up close, you might be able to see that actually most of those are unsoldered pads, and there's only a few components actually stuck on it, and that's what we're going to talk about in a minute. But we'll finish this up. So the red one's going over to here. Mic. We can always try to see if it works if we swap them around. This is VSS as well. Yeah. Alright, so this is the ground. So they're both going... I could have just stuck it on that one. That's strange. Maybe you can't just stick it on that one. Can find out though by when we're finished building it. And then... So now we're on to part number 3. Install the light bulb. It's not really a light bulb. Light bulb on the base plate. Insert 2 springs. Oh, okay. So we've got to put 2 more springs in here. So I don't know if you can read it, but it does say ion, water, photo, port plus, and out. So you can kind of imagine that, well, the trick here, of course, is this thing here is designed for many different projects, and you get exactly the same IC, almost exactly the same board, but not quite the same. So I'm just going to guess that the black one goes to... Well, that makes sense. Black one goes there. Why can't I just put the VCC straight onto the... that's a bit quirky. Just trying to trace out the circuit board. Oh, it does go through a capacitor. So that goes through there, along this path here, into that 2 capacitors. That's a bit strange. In series. And then that goes through here, and then I kind of lose track of it. But you expect it would come over there. I'm gonna get the multimeter out in a second once we've got this thing to actually work, because that would be kind of cool. Because we've actually done it now. It's all being built. Everything is built. It's an interesting way of building these little circuits. Now, where's that box of? I probably should have prepared the AA batteries first, just in case I accidentally lost them all. Just had one thing. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, now I'm going to have to scrounge around. Well, there's one AA battery. I just need... Oh wait, there's another one right there. They're probably flat. So... where's the silly thing gone? I can't find the battery tester. We'll just do it with this thing. Usually if they come up 1.5 or so, then you're 1.5 or 1.6 volts when you do this. They're all good. But they can be deceptive. Well, that one's rubbish. And this one's almost certainly rubbish as well. I think they're the rubbish ones I had. Well, that one might be okay. Alright, well that's what the rest of them look like. I don't know where I put them all. Okay. Give me a second. That suspense is killing me here. I just have to find a battery. Or we'll just have to run it up a 9 volt battery via the voltage regulator. No. What's this one say? This one's a rechargeable. This one's probably not going to be very good either. Nope. I actually had a supply of these hidden away. It's not very well organized around here. Well, there's this button. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One more battery. That's probably close enough. It's going to have to be good enough. It's probably not good enough. I'm just going to keep searching while I'm doing it. I bet Oh, I have to find it. But I do have a solution. Alright, well if this doesn't work, it doesn't work. But look, the light came on. So, that's it. There we go. It's not very bright. But the light comes on and then goes off. But not if I'm talking quiet. Oh, there you go. So, that's the whole thing. I'm just going to see what happens if you touch this straight onto the VC. Oh, that's the mic one. The VCC from here. It doesn't work. Okay. Oh, no, it does work. No, it just stays on. No, it goes off. It goes. Okay, that does not work the way it's supposed to work. I think I've run and broken it. That's what I was going to do. I was actually going to. So it still works. Yeah, so the interesting thing about this is that you actually just change them around, and it kind of even tells you. It's got high, medium, low. It's written on the back, I think, but you can't see anymore. I have to take the whole thing out. Probably should have shown you before I did this. You can probably take it out. It still kind of works. On the back, it even tells you the different project numbers and the jumpers that you have to solder on. So the only reason this thing works is that there's a particular, probably a 0 ohm resistor or something, soldered in one little place there, and the rest of it doesn't have much at all. So you could actually convert this to be the other projects if you were really clever, and you just have to work out the extra bit. So there's a water one, which is just going to be a silly rain sensor. So the only thing that would change would be this thing here, and that you'd have to resolder this. I wonder what the photo thing is. It's probably a light detector, and that's a water detector. What's the ion detector? That's the only one that sounds kind of interesting. And then there is this port plus. I wonder what that one's for. But it's kind of like, it seems like a massive amount of overkill, or at least it's like a missed opportunity to actually teach you how to make a circuit that does this. So all this circuit does is, oh, I've broken it. No, right, put it back on. Is, there we go. Is it going to go off? Alright. Yeah. I kind of broken the whole thing. Okay, it comes on, goes off. Comes on, goes off. Can you even see that? I'll just turn all the lights off. The light comes, there you can see that. Okay. So, that's just kind of a little bit sad. That doesn't really teach you a lot. It's kind of fun to build, but it doesn't take very long. And there's not a lot to the instructions. There's just a picture. And then it just tells you how does it work. The two AA batteries are wired in series to provide 3 volts of power to the integrated circuit board with a microcontroller. Constantly monitors the signal from the microphone. When the microphone detects the sound is above a preset level, it switches on the LED lamp for 10 seconds. Is that right? That's not 10 seconds. That's a bit of a lie. Sound activated switch is all used in some lighting at home, blah blah blah. And so it doesn't really tell you anything about like why it really works. So it's kind of fun for a second, but it doesn't tell you anything. So I'm going to keep this circuit in mind, and we are going to make a circuit where it does exactly what this is doing, except we're going to build it from basic components and sort of go through some sort of theory about what's happening and how it actually works. So get inspiration from a project like this and hopefully learn how it actually could work on this channel at some point. But that was my quick video. Thanks for watching, and now I'm going to go to sleep. So bye!